got to be just below zero, a little bit of snow. Everything's just coated in this stuff. It's beautiful. Silent. Like there's always a little noise in the world, and when it's snowing, you can feel how quiet it is. The air's kind of humid. It's just, as far as winter is concerned, this is paradise on earth. Old squirrel playing in a tree over there. Yeah, so I'm still tired from yesterday, but today's a new day. I'm gonna pack my wetsuit, booties, socks. We're gonna go into all the details of like, this is what I've packed to stay warm swimming in a wetsuit in the middle of the winter. There seems to be some fine gold in this creek, but as far as sniping for gold goes, down in the belly of the creek itself, it's a lot of smooth bedrock where the water just cleans it out. So we gotta find one of those nice sharp cracks, and it's just hard to do with the amount of ice that's covering all of the good ground. Just finished my morning walk here and have a quick bite to eat. Wait for Ben to show up, and then we're gonna hike on in again, another 1.88 kilometers to the same spot as yesterday, and yeah, hopefully find some gold today. Not too bad. I'd say that was about 50 minutes of hiking in, and we've got the creek back here, so I'll just show you where we crossed the creek. Is completely snowed over right now behind me, and let's just point it ahead here. You can see right here I'm literally standing on top of just a few inches. And we're going to take our same path. Yesterday I was in the dry suit to do this, so today stakes are a little bit higher. We're just going to walk light, and remember, if I do fall through, I get wet feet. I've got the wetsuit and everything, so we're safe. And it's shallow creek, so it's not like you're going to go and drown. But you want to be ready, because if you got caught off guard, it probably wouldn't be the smartest thing to be walking over ice like this. And then just a little bit further up the creek here, and that's where we seem to have found some actual bedrock to get sniping. All right, let's see what we get here. I'm still just wearing hiking clothes. I don't want to be in my wetsuit panning just yet. It is changing to black sand here. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm being a little rough with her. Try back panning this now. Oh, what? Yeah, there's gold in this creek. Holy crap, is there gold in this creek? That is unreal. Some character to these pieces. They're small, really small. Finger to scale, right? But it's not bad. And then this is just all of the stuff we sort of scooped out of the crack yesterday. We never really found anything, so you know, they got that much out of that and that much in here. I'm gonna pan the rest of this out. This is actually encouraging me to get into my wetsuit. This is just all the stuff we collected out of the crack yesterday. It was too cold to pan. But you can see the bottom of this bucket. You can actually see all the ice crystals that have like held that into place. So I'm gonna boil up a liter of water and pour it into here. But first, I can pour out a little bit more of the concentrates. Just splash that up there. Oh, that's cold. That is cold water. Bring you guys in a little closer here. So I'm just being real gentle with this stuff. And once you're down to here, it doesn't really add value to continue doing this. This is where you would bring it all back into the pan. You sort of have to get a feel for the right amount of water to do this. I think I have a little too much right now, but that'll work. And then the lighting's a little weird, but there we go. We just sort of back pan all that material down, and you're left with most of your gold up at the top there. So we're going to zoom right in on this. That's some pretty looking stuff. That's chunks. Now coming away, it's not like that's going to add up to a lot of weight. 2 degrees Celsius water. I'm running a single wetsuit here today. It is a XCEL 976, I believe. Comes with a hood. It is the Thermoflex Sealant 976, and it is pretty darn warm. I've got 7mm gloves, and today I'm going one step further, and I've got a pair of 2mm socks that I'm going to put under 3mm socks, then I'm going to put under 7mm boots. We're going to hope that keeps my feet warm. That is a cold suit. It is a dry suit, but it is a cold suit. These are those things where you're in high school and you're trying to figure out what you do with your life, and you're like, well, maybe one day. Look at you now, Paul. I never thought that I would be out here in the wilderness completely naked, looking for nuggets, like a week after minus 30 came through here, looking for nuggets, getting into a wetsuit. This is ridiculous. So this wetsuit has an inner gasket right here. So that gasket actually goes underneath, and then that's where I can put the sock on top of that gasket, or your booty goes on top of that gasket. And I got booties that were a size larger than I need, specifically so I can fit the socks underneath. Zip up that booty, and then this folds over the outside, so you don't actually flush too much creek water through the ankle seal. Get your arms in. We'll do that first. It's all dry right now. It's cold because it's like not much above 0 right now. But you've got this front piece, and that goes on first, and it kind of covers your shoulders. And then where the zipper isn't totally waterproof, and so the water can flush in, and then it's going to hit this layer of neoprene. So you still feel a little water coming in here, but it's a lot better than some of the suits out there. And then of course this goes over. It's warm enough for this water. These hoods are actually pretty good, the ones that come included. And then under here, I basically zip up. It's a little tricky on this side, but now I'm totally zipped up into the suit. Now what I've noticed is when I bought this suit, I was about 185 pounds. I'm currently about 165 to 170 depending on the day. This is a size large. A size medium would have fit me a little tighter. So around the shoulder here, there's a little bit of space where water can come in, and initially you feel that cold water. So there's 2 solutions to that. One is you put a second suit on top of this, like just one of those jackets, and the zipper on the jacket doesn't line up with just this zipper. That helps. The second solution is I've actually got an XL brand, like a surf suit, size medium, 4'3", and if I put that under this, it actually fits inside just fine. There's enough size in this size large. So I probably have a size too big of suit, slightly, which is going to allow a little more flushing than normal. But for this video, I actually wanted to test the suit as is. Can you use a wetsuit like this in probably the most extreme water conditions you're going to find, sort of like maybe salt water where it's below 0 or something. So just for my own comfort, I'm going to heat up a liter of warm water. I'm going to pour it into the suit just sort of to pre-wet the inside around my shoulders, so that first water that comes in, my body doesn't have to expend energy heating. And then other than pouring that water in, I'm gonna get into this creek, put on my 7mm gloves. I've got my 7mm boots with socks underneath. There's a gasket connected to this wetsuit that goes inside the boot, and then the boot goes over that gasket, and then the wetsuit zips over the boot. So it's a good seal in your feet. I'm just using these Neo Sport 7mm gloves I got off Amazon. Room for improvement with the gloves, but if the rest of your core is warm enough, the gloves can actually be okay. And then, yeah, snorkel and mask. So I'm gonna heat up some water, I'm gonna pour it in, and then we're gonna get into this creek. I'm gonna fire up the GoPro here, and if I put this underwater, it's gonna die almost immediately. It says 95% battery, but I just wanna get some close-ups of some of this ice before I, you know, fully freeze myself and get to sniping. So thanks to the GoPro's big buttons, I can do it with the gloves on, I'm hoping. Anytime you've done any sniping and you start to see some wear on a seam, get some aqua seal on it. I usually have 2 pairs of gloves so that one pair can be getting repaired overnight, well, and then I've got a dry pair that's already repaired the next morning, because once you tear a seam all the way open, it's a lot harder to glue it back together. I would opt for some upgraded gloves in the future. They were all out of stock of anything, so that's why I'm using these ones. But 7mm neoprene, no matter who makes it, is still going to be warmer than the alternative. All right, it claims to be recording. Hello, everybody. All right, so here we get into the creek. It'd be nice knowing you if I don't make it out alive. I froze to death doing what I love. All right, so basically, we'll get this set up like so. I'm standing in 2 degrees Celsius water, and the hot water that I poured in my suit, about 1.5 liters, I can still feel that water in the socks. So I'm not getting any cold water flushing in from the creek because of that. And like, I'm literally standing right now and feeling warm water wiggling around my toes from when I poured it in. So far so good. Now I know that when I get this upper body into the water, I will feel cold water come into the top of this suit. But we're gonna try a hand first. Hand goes in, and initially making a fist in and out like this. It's not flushing into the glove, but I can just start to feel it around the wrist a little bit. As far as my body right now, like, I'm totally dry. You sort of start to feel a little pin of water here, a little pin of water there. Overall good. Like I said, this is a size large. I'm about 170 pounds, and so there's a little more space in the shoulders than maybe you'd like. You want a suit that you kind of have to squeeze into a little bit to be totally watertight. But just sitting like this, I'm not duck diving through a really big wave surfing, and I'm not in a current or anything. Seems to be okay. So I'm just going to kind of go back and float here. And yeah, not bad at all. The second I get my head underwater, that's different. Now I will be putting a snorkel and a mask on, and the snorkel and mask kind of covers your face a little bit better for, you know, brain freeze and stuff. Like, if you can keep your temples dry, that's good. But I'm just gonna go for a little dunk here, just because why not? I'm gonna keep this out of the water for now because I don't want the GoPro to shut off. But here's the first dunk of the day, boys. Oh yeah. Whew. So a little got in around down the chin here, so I can feel that. But mainly it's just the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw my snorkel and mask on, and we're gonna start looking for gold. And we'll check on back periodically as I'm mining. We're gonna see in half an hour how warm am I still. You know, a little bit of cold water coming down this arm, but it's not bad. And as soon as I fill the suit completely with water, it doesn't flush anymore. So I'm feeling good. My feet, I'm surprised, are actually still warm. With all those socks and boots combination. So yeah, I'll suit up here and Then once I find a good crack, I'll risk putting this thing underwater and having it shut down again. Once I got my my hands warmed back up, I'm actually doing okay. So considering that you can go out and purchase a wetsuit and be in 2 degrees Celsius water, that's pretty cool. So over here, I've cleared off a little bedrock. You can kind of see an area right there, and there is gold at the bottom of that crack. So I've got Ben heating up the GoPro on an inside pocket. I'm going to turn that thing on and get it underwater and try to get the shot of it snuffering up like right away. I don't want to do too much wafting in front of the camera and then have the camera go out, so there's that. But I want to show you guys, I'm just going to go over to this crazy canyon surrounded in ice without dropping my camera, hopefully, because it just looks so cool. Like, what a crazy shot. This is so cool. We got a little icicle here. Doesn't get any fresher than that. Look at that, just dripping water out. Get my hand in there for scale. Uh-oh. I'm ruining nature's art. But yeah, these are just incredible, incredible formations here. Let me get this as a little snow cone. A little selfie for the oh yeah! We've got the snuffer bottle. We've got the flashlight, because this is all about that YouTube clip. Second I put this camera underwater, she's not going to be happy, and I want to make sure that I get this going up the snuffer. So I'm going to get down there with the flashlight, set it in the water, and then I'll get the GoPro down there and we're gonna snuffer gold on video like a proper YouTuber. Okay, I think I got it on camera. No idea what I'm doing here, but we have a tiny flake of gold in a snuffer bottle from Sniping for Gold on camera. Hopefully this is still recording. There, okay, so we are recording. Basically I've broken a little piece of quartz off, and there's 3 or 2 pieces of gold you can see. So I'm gonna waft a little,
snuffer a little, and we're gonna hope this actually records. Never would have thought it was there. Basically just got to pry open tiny little cracks that don't even look like they have room for gold. And then I'm finding little flakes like that. So I'm gonna get back to work here, and if the battery continues to cooperate by just dipping it in really quick like that, you might even see some more.
Golden juice in there, look at that, buddy. Oh yeah, virgin. Look at the brown silk. Now wait till you watch that settle, and you're gonna see. Come on, gold gods, give us the gold.
Trying to get some heat back in me. Body's now good, shivers have gone away, but my feet are still cold because cold socks into cold boots. And so, you know, I've just been doing some body weight squats and trying to warm up a little bit of the core so that, you know, I'm circulating some warm blood down to my toes. But yeah, just getting everything packed up here. Not the most comfortable transition from wetsuit, middle of the winter, to getting into all my clothes. So some work to be done there, but not bad. Overall, I'm really happy. I found some actual gold that I could get on camera today going up that snuffer bottle, if that actually worked. We'll see how the footage is. I'm gonna hike on out of here. As far as the gold is concerned, we've got yesterday's gold. Didn't get as much work done today. I was a little bit chillier, and I'm just gonna suck everything into this snuffer bottle in order to take home, and then we'll probably finish off this video in the comfort of my home, and we'll just get a good close-up of that gold, and I will get a weight. I don't think it's gonna be anything significant at all, but we'll get a little bit of a weight and a close-up of the gold just to tidy up the end of the video. Yeah, time to hike out now. Oh. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna make it. That was brutal. Oh, way too much weight in my bag. Awesome fitness though, and big thanks to Ben for having me out here. I don't know what I've done to deserve these offers, but he's like, come on out to my claim, keep what you find. And I'm coming out, I'm learning new things. Didn't find a ton of gold, but I can see the potential that it's there, and I'm invited back anytime to come mine this area. It's a workout. I very grateful to have this experience, and time to head on back to home. Still plenty of daylight. See how far I can get, but what an incredible experience this was. Woo! Beautiful winter wonderland. There it all is with a dime for scale. I don't even know if this is going to register on my scale, but I knew that if I didn't actually get a weight, I would never hear the end of it. And I'm a little bit curious, did I get 1/10 of a gram? It's definitely pretty looking stuff. There's a variety. I'm not sure if that's mercury coating it or if it's some form of electrum, but it's not lead. And the weight, the grand total, actually 0.22. Just hopped up to 0.33 there. But better than I thought, but that is clearly not going to be paying the bills. So do you go back to this creek? I think I might, but under different circumstances. I would wait until the snow melts out a little bit, because the areas I was able to work were very limited. So given what I was able to see in the creek and what was all covered in snow and ice, I'd go back once it melts out a little bit to give it one more chance. So until then, let's just finish the video here on this view of the gold that we did get. And we'll see you guys all soon. Cheers, and thanks for watching, everyone.